Okay, we're here with Gato. He had a visual sighting we're not actually at the exact spot, but we're about 40 yards that way. This is the area right here where we had the rock thrown at us back in June. Just a little ways up that way, actually, is where we got the picture of a possible juvenile that threw a rock at us. They really like to throw rocks here.
Yeah, well, after the cabin incident.
Yeah. So, okay, man, tell us what happened that night. Not just when you walked in there. Tell us your side of how that went down.
Of the sighting.
Yes. What led up to it?
Okay.
All that.
We decided we were coming up here for a extended stay, for the purpose of looking for
Evidence.
something in the woods.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we'd ever come out here at night. We planned ahead. We brought flashlights. We traveled in a group of 3.
Very high luminescent flashlights.
Very, very high luminescent flashlights. We traveled in a tight-knit group of 3. We were filming the whole way up here. When we actually spotted it, it took some of us about a minute to figure out exactly where we were looking, because there was a perspective trick because of the way that it was hiding behind things. But when we actually did find it and spot it.
When we spotted it, what did you say? When you first spotted it?
When I first spotted it, I saw some kind of animal, because it was furry, peeking back at us from behind a log. Like, there was a log here and a log here, and you could see him moving his head back and forth in between there. When I initially saw it, my fear instincts didn't kick in because I didn't think that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So, my initial response was, let me go investigate, because if that's what I think it is, then there's no reason for me to be afraid of it. And if it's not what I think it is, well, that shouldn't exist anyway. So, it took me a while, but I finally got permission to go charge and walked in toward it. And when I did, what I realized was that
When he did, from our perspective, from me and the other witnesses' perspective, we just saw its head duck. It just went down behind those logs. Go ahead.
Yeah, and from what I saw, a large, a creature a little bit bigger than me.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8". That was on all fours. It was prone. It was supine? Term on your stomach? Anyway,
Prone?
it was on its stomach.
Prone, I mean.
And it was crawling backward, but its eyes were deadlocked on me. And it made it about 10-15 feet back from where it was. And I had kept advancing toward it, and by that point, there was where we were 3 originally at, and where I had started to advance, so there were still spotlights coming from this particular location. And by the time I had made it here, I had completely come out of the light. So I kind of spooked it, because I was dressed like this in the middle of the night walking up on it. And its eyes got big around, like...
Define what you saw. Like, what did it look like?
Like,
You said it was a little bit bigger than you. Like, how much a
me.
little bit bigger than you? Like,
it was maybe 6-8 inches taller than me. Because when it finally made it about 10-15 feet back, it stood up.
so 6 to 8 inch taller. It may have been about my size. A little bit smaller, something like that?
Been about 6'2", 6'3".
Okay. I'm 6'4" for the record.
Yeah. But when it stood up, it wasn't as tall as you are. But I could tell that it was bigger than me. I could tell that it had, like, wispy, like, feathery hair. It was like a rich brown in color. I could tell that it had muscular definition underneath that fur. And
did it look like fur, or did it look like hair? You know what I mean by that? Like fur usually has an undercoat. That's what keeps mammals warm.
Okay.
And so did it look like it had that, or did it look like it just
the hair you see on a pig?
So you can see the skin underneath it and all that stuff. It just looked like hair coming out of skin.
Like a rich brown fur.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Then after it stood up, it started backing up, and everyone told me that I needed to get back to the path. So I went back to the path.
Can you show us, like, when you say it was crawling backwards. Can you try to do it, like show us what that looks like exactly? I mean, I know that's gonna
The awkward in the armor.
well, not just that. Just I mean, get down, like get down and just show us kind of the pose it was in when you saw it.
When I came up over the branch that it was in front of, it was on all fours. It was down and it was looking at me, and it was deadlocked on me. And it started backing up on all fours about 10-15 feet. Then it stood up and it walked off.
And you said that, I remember that night you thought that you might have saw another or something else back there too, right? Because I remember when we first saw it, we all thought we saw multiple eye shine.
Yeah.
And some of the pictures that we've taken, the screen caps of that instance,
Are pointing toward that.
are pointing actually towards two looking at us, because there's an inconsistency between the eyes. It doesn't look like it's the same distance. So we think it may have actually been two individuals. When you were describing what you saw, you something you had told me previously was that the nose did not look human.
No, it looked pushed in and upturned.
Yeah.
Slightly.
So, and when you say that, do you mean like it was like a broad nose, or
Like it was a broad, thick nose that was pushed in and upturned. That's the best way I can describe it now.
so kind of between ape and human, something like that?
Yeah.
What would you say, like off what you saw, what would you say these things are, to your best guess?
Monkey.
This is just some kind of monkey, some kind of ape?
Some kind of monkey.
You don't think it's some sort of human?
No.
No. What makes you think that, or what makes you have that opinion?
If it was some sort of a woodsman, one of these country boys, I'd be able to tell the difference immediately. It was hairy. It was furry. I don't know how you can describe something as being both, but it was.
Would you say that you're calling it furry because, I mean, just the hair? When something's got long hair like that, I mean, a lot of times people will refer to it as furry, like Chewbacca. Chewbacca's furry, you know.
Okay. Chewbacca's furry, and Robin Williams, rest his soul, was hairy. It was somewhere in between that.
Somewhere between Robin Williams and Chewbacca.